Galatians chapter 2. For today, we're going to hit two verses again, starting in verse 5, and we're going to hit verse 6 also. It says, as Paul was talking about going before the other leaders of the church, we pick up in verse 5. He talked about the false ones. He had that strong language. Here he says, but we refuse to give in to them for a single moment. We wanted to preserve the truth of the gospel message for you. And the leaders of the church had nothing to add to what I was preaching. And he has a little parenthesis here. By the way, their reputation as great leaders made no difference to me, for God has no favorites. Some of my notes that I have here is, he didn't back down, verse 5. Even for a moment, he was unwilling to compromise the truth of the gospel. He looked at this as like the gospel was at stake here. I mean, this is, again, strong. We want to preserve the truth of the gospel message for you. We want to make sure it wasn't watered down, it wasn't distorted. He was saying, follow the rules, add these rules is not the gospel. These leaders obviously approved. They added nothing to it. My notes here, Jesus plus nothing, that's the gospel. And Paul didn't really worship their status. He says, their reputation as great leaders made no difference to me, for God has no favorites. He was saying, I wasn't playing favorites because God doesn't play any favorites. You see here again, Paul's willingness to back the gospel and unwillingness to back down against those who were preaching another gospel and who were adding to the gospel in the wrong way. So hope this has been helpful to you in some way. Like, share, comment, and ask any questions you have, and hope to talk to you soon.